The Ramblers were now the top-ranked team in Class 8A, and in Week 2, they would face the third-ranked team, the Edwardsville Tigers.
We knew they were one of the best teams in the state.
But that perfect September afternoon,
nothing went our way. It was a struggle.
Only one team showed up. After making a 5-hour trip to Wilmette, Edwardsville got off the bus with a point to prove that they could compete with the vaunted Hollisek Ramblers.
When they got here and we looked over at the, and saw some of their athletes, we thought we were in trouble.
They're at the goal line right away off a turnover, so put the defense in a tough spot. Right away, we're put into a 14-0 hole or 21-0 hole.
Edwardsville raced out to a 21-point lead.
We were a play away from being embarrassed. I mean, one play here or there, they would have been up 4 scores. Game's probably over.
Quarterback DJ Melsheimer found himself at the center of an orange and black storm.
The whole quarterback controversy started then.
He threw an unheard of 5 interceptions in the first half.
It was kind of unprecedented, and that kind of was the story of DJ's season. He was up and down, kind of a roller coaster ride for him.
By halftime, the top-ranked Ramblers, in complete shock, trailed by 3 scores.
We were very lucky to come out just 3 touchdowns behind. We could have been buried.
Coach Hollisek told us it's one of the worst halves of football I've ever seen in my entire life.
I remember the conversations at halftime. We really were kind of like, all right, let's manage the game. The odds are we're not going to come back from this.
But a determined Brian O'Brien thought back to his team's goal, leave a legacy, and he rallied the Ramblers.
Let's do everything we can to win. If we don't, let's put up a fight. Let's go to the end, and let's not be embarrassed on our home field.
The Ramblers had not lost a regular season game on Herster Field in more than 4 years.
We weren't going to be the team that was going to lose at home.
The coaches had a wrenching decision. Should they leave their senior quarterback in the game and give him a chance to dig out of the hole? Or was he beyond redemption? Was it time for change?
At some point, his mindset was not right, and we saw that. So we thought, let's recharge, hit the reset button after halftime, and try to give him one more possession. And if that didn't happen, then we'll move on to Emmett Clifford.
Any quarterback who struggles like that, I feel like another quarterback should be given a try, and then that's what we did.
At that point in time, the man for the job was Emmett.
Emmett Clifford, the red-headed junior, came out red hot.
Emmett Clifford came in and kind of raised the energy level.
Play-by-play took us down the field. His calm, cool demeanor. It was awesome to be a part of.
Loyola scored 21 straight points in the second half to force overtime. Edwardsville had the ball first and scored on a 5-yard pass that gave them a 28-21 advantage.
I gave up the touchdown in overtime right before that, so I was kind of down and kind of felt like the game. I thought, wasn't sure if we were going to lose or not.
Loyola's offense would now have to answer.
We have 4 plays to score, basically, because they scored. And we kind of take, I don't know why, the first 3 plays nonchalantly. We didn't have much urge to score. And then we realized, all right, we have 1 play to score here, or else we lose the game.
On 4th down, with 5 yards to go, the Ramblers came up with 6.
Emmett got clocked. The ball kind of just fell right in my lap. And I didn't have much of a reaction. I was kind of like, whoa, I was shocked.
Emmett squeezed into a small hole, got the touchdown, and then when we were going to kick the field goal, I thought we were just going to do it again, double overtime.
But Hollisek knew something.
They're a formidable team with a veteran quarterback that likes to scramble. So scoring in overtime, I thought they were going to have the advantage.
He had also picked up on a Tigers tendency from earlier in the game.
we saw them rush off that hard off the edge, and they almost block it. The next time we bobble a snap, they didn't come. And if they would have come, they would have blocked it. So their coaches are seeing that, and so their coaches know, well, if he bobbles again, we win this game.
He decided it was the perfect time to fake the kick and go for the win right then and there. A miscue, of course, would result in a loss.
I heard that call for the fake, and I just felt the feeling in my gut like, oh boy, like it's about to come right now. And it was do or die time for us, really.
We're gonna fake it. I'm like, what?
I was confident because Edwardsville was, well, before the play they were screaming like, oh, I'm gonna block this, like let's get this one and go home. And I just I was nervous before, but then when they said that, it just we were gonna win the game.
There was a lot of pressure there. I mean, usually when those guys come off the edge, they're going to the block point. They actually went right at our holder, and of course the holder is Aiden Walsh.
Walsh was a gritty third-string quarterback who played like a seasoned veteran.
Shook off a would-be tackler and fired a bullet.
The receiver was none other than B.A. O'Brien.
I never thought that he'd actually let me do that.
And I looked up and saw Brian O'Brien catch it, and just at that point, just like a weight lifted off our shoulder, and we won the game, and it was the greatest feeling.
It happened super fast. It was miraculous. The next thing you know, BA's running down the field.
I did not know we were going for 2 until this dog pile happened.
The picture that we have of BA celebrating that end zone speaks, volumes. I mean, you can't get any better than that on a football field.
The Ramblers had escaped with a victory and now had to brace themselves for Catholic League football.